The crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 boys, 1,000 thrills. The crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 boys. What's that? 1,000 girls. 1,000 thrills. Yeah. A million ways. Alright, everybody. This is MV. After a short pause and break, my extended hiatus from work continues. Is that you, Carlos? However it is. This is some more Field of Dreams baseball coming to you Sunday night. Another big baseball game on tonight. Dodgers, Mets. Let's go, Mets! But in the meantime, we've got some more Field of Dreams. I'll probably do it for about an hour. Let's see where this takes us. I just want to make sure my setup is right. I know I've been playing around with that today. So I've been playing with the video and the sound. Play-by-play, instant speed, regular speed is what we want. Okay, and I think I'm good to go. So, quick look at around the league as it goes around right now. We have Philadelphia leading the Sandlot division, T-ville. Moneyball division, T-ville and Lehigh are just lights out. 26 wins, although, you know, St. Louis and Manchester are not exactly the worst teams in the world. Washington also has a great win total, as does Hagerstown. In fact, quite a lot of good teams, but 781 baseball, that's pretty good. You know, so Carlos, if you're here, give me a holler, give me a shout. I know if I look in the Discord, I don't see anyone. But here we are. So, quick look around the league. Bobby Abreu seems to be the main man for the Lizards. I got highlighted about this player from Midlife Crisis. He's having a wonderful season. As is Yadier Molina in terms of batting average. I could certainly use those on the Red Bolts, who have been a bit anemic with the old batting average this season. So we have, it looks like 4 people in here tonight, unless I'm looking at the wrong broadcast. No, I'm not. I am looking at the right one. The man in the rain delay, that's myself, at Manchester Red Bolts, having a poor season in terms of batting average. We've had some real disappointments like Tulowitzki, Ken Boyer hasn't got going, Joe Morgan hasn't got going. Well, Donlin has got going. Mellott hasn't got going yet. Hasn't brought his home runs with him. Roush has had some injuries. Harry Hooper hasn't got started. So, a lot of teams, that's just my team. And that's an offensive powerhouse normally. So, there must be some good pitching going on, as you can see. Adam Wainwright is on a 3-game winning streak from the Killers. Mordecai Three-Finger Brown is on an 8-game winning streak. Barry Zito has probably been there. I saw him pitch the other night. Abreu. Midlife Crisis always gives me a little bit of a linguistic lesson, as did Carlos when he told me about Joey Votto instead of Voto. Russ Ford, another one from the Fighting Amish for our good friend Kevin. Taylor, that's Jack Taylor, always a great player for T-ville. And there was a great player in this type of league, Jack Taylor, from 1902. Tends to do well in these sims. Billy Pierce, another team, so nice. They have some good stuff. So it's good to see people joining me here, Midlife Crisis. He says, key for my team in May is to get to the end with a couple of wins. Every sim I've done, Lehigh destroys me at the end of the month. We'll keep an eye on that one. Anything I can do to keep Lehigh down, I will gladly do. Jacob deGrom doing well for the Red Bolts at the moment. Jack Feaster, 4-game winning streak, the lefty. Making sure he is a lefty because I know in one of the data sets by Dave, he was down as a righty. I think that was a history collection, but we all know he's a lefty. Or just one of the seasons. I think he's fixed anyway. Chief Bender for the Bell Bondsmen has had one hitter. And the Dominican dandy Juan Marichal for Washington having a good season. So these are the leaders in pitching. Noodles Harley's up there as well. I traded him from the Red Bolts last season. He's up there in wins with 7 wins on the season. Let's have a look. Morgan. This is Cy Morgan for Washington. Another one having a good season. T-ville yet again with that pitching and now the offense of Babe Ruth. Ruth is in his 1921 season. Hasn't even hit his peak yet. The Babe. T-ville who traded Gehrig, but actually got Addy Joss as well really well. Johnny Mai is a guy I'd love to see on the Red Bolts playing pretty well. RBIs, Hack Wilson, you'd expect him to be there from 1928. Joe DiMaggio, another one from the Red Bulls, hitting his RBIs. Stolen bases, a great stealing prowess by Eddie Collins. Tim Raines and Louis Aparicio, a nice 1-2 for Vegas. Vegas, an ex-champion, of course. I forgot to mention some of these leaders. This is the first year we've seen Dan Bruthers come alive. DJ LeMahieu for the Fighting Amish is carrying the challenge for Night Ravens team. Bernie Williams. Not the Bernie that owns the Vegas team, but Bernie Williams doing exceptionally well for the Express. So, just a look around the league, just a quick look around the league. Nolan Ryan with the strikeouts, but not pitching necessarily very well. 1.8 whip, hello, that's not good, but does strike out a lot. Rube Waddell, we expected a lot from the Rube. 4-3, 13.2 Ks per 9. Randy Johnson for the Bell Bondsman, having a good year as well. In terms of strikeouts, anyway. And runs, Joey Votto for the Red Bolts continues to get runs. He's a man who gets on base. His batting average is not the best, especially against lefties, but he gets on base. If you're on base, you're going to score runs. Roger Hornsby having a good year for the D-Gents, as is Ty Cobb, 11-game hitting streak. So a quick look at the All-Stars. Roy Campanella makes the All-Star team for this month so far. Lou Gehrig in there. Eddie Matthews from Hagerstown. Hagerstown does still carry that offense. Honus Wagner, perennial All-Star, still there. And of course, the Ripper. Ripper Collins batting DH for the Red Bolts after a great start to the season. So with just a quick look around, and as Carlos says, we need to turn things around and put a beat down on Lehigh. So Philly and T-ville looking to keep Long Island. So we're going to keep a look on the Chicos. Definitely Philly, T-ville, Lehigh. If we get any combination of those, I'll do a couple tonight. I'll try and do 3. You may not hear me comment on every single one, but I'm trying to get some love to some of the other teams that don't feature as much. I'd love to see a little Hadley Lake. I think the struggles that the lovely Will Toole has had are very interesting, to say the least, with everybody raiding his roster. So then he ends up with a lot of talent as well, actually. He can parlay that into something really good. Quick look at Philadelphia here as well as we go down the list here of Ribbies. Thurman Munson, Chase Utley, Sparkplug, Gus Zernial, I should say. Ozark Ike. Interesting team. How Vida Blue went under the radar, I do not know, but this is his 1971 season, which is a lights out season. Never heard people talk about Vida Blue in the preseason. Did we do a preseason show? I'm sure we did. Anyway, and one person I definitely forgot to talk about, Darren Erstad from Las Vegas, and also Jeff Kent from the Bell Bonds, and I never mentioned Stan Amusin, not that his introduction. He has won an RBI crown before, but he's carrying the Vegas team. So let's get to it, folks. Let's get to it. Couple of things to keep an eye on. The Lancaster team and Washington, Hagerstown, all chasing Manchester at the moment. Edmonton is surprisingly in there above San Francisco. David Chicago, an ex-world champion, trying to keep. There are 2 world champions in this division. Manchester once division champion. Lehigh's won a title. Vegas have won a title. And would you know, nobody in the Sandlot has ever won a title, though we have playoff contenders in the past, such as the Chicos and Philly. I think Beantown have also been there. So let's go. It's so Midlife third season with Violet Blue. So you've obviously held on to him for a good reason. So it's a good long-term investments there by Midlife Crisis. You hit him there. He's holding out for this season. So let's see. They've got a T-Ville Vate 25-7, a Philly D-Gents game, a Lehigh Hadley Lake. I really want to get a combination of Philly T-Ville. That would be a good one. Or any combination of Philly T-Ville Lehigh. We'll look out for that one. Todd's not getting much love at the moment from Cleveland. So, do you know what? I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Let's see Todd. Todd doesn't come in as much as he normally does. He lurks around. But he's been an original owner going back to, I think, the McGreevy League. So let's crack on, and we shall see a game between Todd's team and what was Ellis Legend Sports Universe's team, which is now a Ghost team. Well, that's a Ghost team. He's relinquished ownership. However, those that like to trade may also like to have a look and see what is on Todd's roster. So what we'll do for this broadcast, hello David. What we'll do for this broadcast is press the buttons and speak less. So I won't be doing my normal style of broadcast, just so I can fit a few more in. So Steve tends to press buttons in many ways. Let's do this. Oh, that screen, you can see it pretty well. And here we go. Willie McGee going to lead off here for a team that we don't see that often. I don't even know what colors they are. That's how we don't see them that often. Legend Sports Universe's old team, led off by Willie McGee. On the mound, Doc White for the Indians. So Todd's team is in white, and LSU's old team is in green. That's not Mel up behind the plate. That's Ed Arts. Here we go. Quarters are in already for Willie McGee. Wow! There you go, as Willie McGee leads off with a home run. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thunk it? And I quite agree, Hadley Lake is an interesting study in impulse and restraint, or lack of. But that's not a criticism. Will is a great addition to this league for many reasons. Here's Joe Tinker. Had a triple with Tinker here. As Legends team starts off good. $6 Carter goes down, one away. Doc White on the mound. Albert Bell up the middle, base hit. Tinker comes home. 2-0 Long Island. Brings up Bobby Grish. Feast your eyes, traders. All of these players are up for sale. At least Todd doesn't agree with that, but to force him into the trade market a little bit. Bobby Grish goes down, 2 down. Brings up Mark Teixeira. Now Teixeira was in the league, playing for Jamie's team originally. Then Jamie's team was dissolved. Teixeira went with it, and now he's back in the league. And that's it. The Indians is over, and we go down to the bottom of the first. Dave Parker at the plate. Jack Feaster on the mound for LSU. He walks Dave Parker. The Cobra on first. Travis Jackson at the plate, batting .298, 7 home runs, 13 RBIs. And a ball goes for a strike. Parker gets back. Parker is threat to steal. Sending some love to Todd B's Cleveland team. Parker goes for second. Gritch applies a tag. So still 2-0 Long Island as the Indians stay with Travis Jackson. One out here, bottom of the first inning. Dribbled. Tinker. To his left, fields it. And they retire Jackson, 2 away. There's Jim Rice batting with 9 home runs on the season. 1-2. In there at the knees, and he goes down. And we go to the top of the second inning. Eddie Murray at the plate. The 3-2. Fly ball to left center. Rice makes the catch. There's Buster Posey. Sometimes a lot of these players get hidden in this league because we don't feature them on the broadcast as much as, say, some of the other contending teams, but it's good to see them. Here's Buster Posey. And Galarraga takes that one. Here's Harry Steinfeld. Steinfeld played for the Red Bulls last season, had a terrific season, and absolutely stunk up the joint in the playoffs. Here's the 1-2, strike 3 called. Doc White gets out of there on the mound. Jack Feaster as Hack Wilson steps in, batting .234, 11 home runs and 34 ribbies. Struck out. So, Carlos says, McGee bringing out the whooping stick early as we get some Sunday Night Baseball in here, folks. Here's Andres Galarraga. High chop of Feaster over to Teixeira. 2 out. Deep fly ball. McGee has it. So after 2 complete, Long Island 2. So what we're going to do, I said I would do something a little different. We are going to try something new. Apologies, Todd. What we're going to do is zoom it to when it's necessary. We're going to take this to the end of the 7th. So the 7th inning, as we've zoomed it, it should zoom in a minute. Uh-oh. Should have zoomed, but it didn't. Let's try that again. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't like what I've done, so do you know what? We're going to have to zoom it to the end, folks. My experiment didn't work. Willie McGee again. Home run. So I'm not sure what happened there. We're at the bottom of the... Long Island 7-0. Seems we're in spectator mode. Wow. So I did zoom it. It seems like it's replaying all of what happened. All right. Spectator mode to the end, it seems. This is an interesting way of doing it. The Long Island at bat at the moment. McGee's had 2 home runs, strikes out. And there's an injury as McGee is out of the game. So Long Island, a bit of a dark horse. There's Dave Parker, the Cobra. Pops up to Gritch. So I did zoom this. That's why it's going so fast. It's in some sort of spectator mode loop at the moment. I'll let it play out. Albert Bell. Right, is it slowed down yet? I spectator moded it, it looks like until the end by mistake. But that's fine. It's a blowout anyway. Smashed. So look out for Long Island. They look like a tough team. Aha, have we caught up now? Not yet. As I zoom out this game.
Strike three.
Jack Feaster on the mound. So, zoomed out that game. Long Island 8, Indians 2. That was a bit of a weird zoom there, but it worked. Long Island saved us from playing up the entire game, so 8-2. Feaster with the win, Doc White with the loss. Let's get back to a normal game now. So that one was done. I just wanted to show off a little bit of Todd's team, because it doesn't often get seen. Let's do this. Las Vegas T-Ville Auto. Again, that did not work the way I expected it to. And the result is in. D'Amico with the loss. Lemon with the win as Vegas beats T-Ville. Alright. What am I doing with this setup? And the DJs beat Philly 10-2. Mel Harder with the win. Vida Blue with the loss. Crystal Lake and Chico's. Crystal Lake nothing. Chico's 9 as they get back into the race. The Chico's 4 games behind Philly. Beantown and Florence. Florence wins 13-3. Lehigh Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake lose 5-1. We've done Cleveland and Long Island, and it's Washington and St. Louis. And St. Louis win 9-7. Kershaw with the win. Schumacher with the loss. As we go to the 19th, folks. Let's see if there's a game we can do. Okay, we said we want that combination of Lehigh, Philly, or T-Ville, and I still don't see it. Let's do this. Vegas and Cleveland. Cleveland with a loss. Low with the win as Vegas goes to 18-21. Crystal Lake down here in 4th position against the Chicos. Crystal Lake with the win behind Greg Maddox. Beantown and Florence. Florence win 3-0. Jose Rio goes 6-0 on this season. I bet the trade meisters are out there having a look at that one. Hadley Lake and T-Ville. And T-Ville with another win. Jack Taylor with the win. 8-1. Beats Cy Young. Traded for... let's see, who was he traded for? He was traded for Carl Hubble. D-Gens and Philly. Philly 7-1. Behind Sale, John with the loss. Lehigh, Long Island. Let's hope Lehigh and Long Island to see if it's a close one. And Long Island get the victory. Long Island playing spoiler at the moment. They are 18-18. Keep an eye on them. Lehigh drops 5-4. Manchester, Edmonton. The Red Bolts win behind Smith. Hahn with the loss. Joey Votto, 7th home run of the season. Here's a good game. Against San Francisco, but we have a lot of people from the Global League in the chat tonight, so we're going to stick with the Global. Here we go. Nucci's team comes ahead. Smokey Joe Wood with the victory. St. Louis, Washington. These teams have very close records. Different divisions. St. Louis the Naturals. Rain delay has Washington. We could do, the Red Bulls that is, with a loss for Washington. Sorry, Jamie. But Washington wins as they beat Big Clues St. Louis team. Lancaster at St. Pete now then. We could do that one as St. Pete, as Lancaster is a favorite. Let's do Chicago Amazings as David's team takes a loss. Box. And let's go, let's just, because the Global's in the house, represented in the house. So we'll go Lancaster, St. Pete. Lancaster behind Quinn gets the win. Hunter with the loss. As we go to the 20th now, folks. Trying to line up a game for Philly or T-Ville or Lehigh. Let's have a look if there's a combination that fits. Not yet. There it is. We're going to play that game on the 22nd. Let's highlight that one. And that one. There you go, because 2 guys are in the house. So we go back here. Goes guys, girls, guys. Got girls on the brain. I should say women on the brain. What am I, Diddy? Here we go. Vegas, Cleveland. 5-2 Cleveland. Behind Bibby with his first victory. Reynolds the loss. Crystal Lake Chicos. Crystal Lake 7. Crystal Lake 11. Chico 7. Flanagan with the win. Hadley Lake T-ville. Can T-ville continue this stretch? As Carlos is in the stands, and here we go. Will Toole trying to get out of the basement here. Doesn't do it unless Kennick gets the win. Crawford, 8 home runs at T-ville, continues to stretch Lehigh. D-Gen's Philly. D-Gen's a third. D-Gen's trying to catch up some ground on Philadelphia. And the Philadelphia team wins 5-2. Holiday with the victory. Victorino 3-for-3. Beantown in the Sandlot division trying to make up ground on Florence. Beantown not out of it. And they lose to that Schoolboy Row or Preacher Row. What's that? Schoolboy Row. With the win. Vaughn with the loss. Chicago and amazing. Chicago continues to try and improve as they win 8-7, and both teams in the basement in the Naturals. Vegas, defending champions, second game of a doubleheader. Vegas trying to keep in touch with Lehigh and T-ville, almost impossible to do. Vegas, however, wins 7-4. Good team, Vegas. Crystal Lake and Chicos as we get through this day now, folks. 9-4, second half of the doubleheader. Nolan Ryan, 3-3. Burner gets the loss. Barry Bonds, yes, that's Barry Bonds. Don't see his name on the leaderboards much. 3-for-4. Hadley Lake T-ville. Here goes Hadley Lake again. Trying to do some damage against T-ville. The streaking T-ville makes it 8-3. Billy Pierce 8-0. Plank 1-1. What are you guys doing in the Moneyball division to make Carlos look so good? Manchester Edmonton. Manchester with another victory. Cy Falkenberg gets the victory over Deacon Philippe. Joe Morgan, 8th home run of the season. They're trying to pull away from Lancaster, who is proving to be very adhesive. Hagerstown, San Francisco. Hagerstown still in the running here. San Fran defending champions. San Francisco run out 9-2 winners behind Roger Clemens. Rick Keel 1-for-2. Rodriguez, that's A-Rod, 7th home run of the season. And here we go, St. Louis and Washington. St. Louis wins 11-2. McGinnity with the win. Coombs with the loss. Eddie Collins, college boy I should say, 2-for-5. We're getting close to the games we're going to broadcast. Let's get this day out of the way. Let's do it. Vegas, Cleveland. Cleveland's trying to catch up with at least Vegas. Here we go. 7-4. Candelaria the Candyman delivers 4-1. Bob Lemon with the loss. Rice with the 10th home run of the season. Beantown Bombers not bombing much at the moment. And they lose again as Lee wins his first of the season. Mike Garcia 1-for-4. Buck Freeman continues his freewheeling ways 3-for-3 today in a loss. Lehigh, Long Island. And Lehigh back to winning ways time. Red Faber 5-1. Mike Caldwell, the lefty out of Seattle, 1-5. Bobby Veach with his 8th home run of the season. Manchester, Edmonton. Let's see if Manchester can keep this run going. They can! Behind Jacob deGrom, 5-1. The Moose Messina, 1-3. Morgan, that's Joe, 9th home run of the season. Manchester on a bit of a run. Hagerstown and San Francisco. 11-5. Hagerstown lose to San Francisco, keeping the heat on St. Louis. Here's St. Louis and Washington. St. Louis 6, Washington 4. Big Clue, otherwise known as the Big Sexy, 6-4. As Washington drop a game again to Kevin Brown. Waddell with the loss. And now we come to the games we want to see, folks. 2 games today, so I've got the next 48 hours. Victorino, we're getting a little update here from Midlife Crisis here. That gives Victorino 7 triples, he says. So just looking around, I can't see that yet. There it is. Shane Victorino, 7 triples. Any highlights so far? Some. Cliff Lee, 8 innings pitched. Rube Waddell, 10 strikeouts on the 21st. Let's go back to the beginning. May 19th, Fates had 17 hits. Walter Jones had 12 Ks. Jack Taylor continues to be outstanding. 9 innings pitched, 3 hits there. Manchester, 18 hits. Edmonton walked 10 batters. Good Lord. Amazing had 4 errors. They get the Good Lord Award too. DJs had 17 hits. Oh my. David Price with the victory there for Chicago. Schoolboy Rowe for Florence at 9 innings pitched. Good performance. Beantown Bombers whiffed 16 times on the May the 20th. The Red Bolts, who seem to be on a little bit of a streak, 16 hits, baby. Billy Pierce, 9 innings pitched, 11 Ks, 2 walks. Rube Waddell, 10 Ks. And the final highlight, Cliff Lee, 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 error, 9 strikeouts. Let's get to it. Big matchup. T-ville, Lehigh. Coming up next. Don't screw up, MV. Because I'm playing around with it so much today. Human, that's it. Computer lineup for T-ville. Addy Joss, folks. We get a treat today. Against Mordecai Three Finger Brown. This could be a preview of a playoff at the end of the season. Please punch a like, folks. See if we can get this Field of Dreams up the algorithm. I think that's how it works. I'm never going to make any money on this shit. Anyway, here we go. My man I want to see today is Bobby Abreu. Let's see, I don't like anyone else of Steve's players, but I do like Abreu. Midlife, you open up my eyes to him. I see trade in the future. In fact, I see Steve holding on to him. He seems desperate to hold on to him now. We will see the Bambino today. Let's do it, folks. Okay, look at the bright sunshine here at Comerica Park 2019. Lehigh at home to the T-ville list. T-ville, 28-8 and 28-11. These two, along with the St. Louis club, are the cream of the crop. Leading off, Sam Crawford. The 0-1 to Crawford, and a hit to right center field, base hit for Sam Crawford. Brown on the mound. Mordecai Brown is 8-1 on the season. Here's Cesar Cedeno. Next up for T-ville. T-ville got to the World Series last year. Shadows falling in here at Comerica. The wind is in from left center field at 4 miles per hour. Here's the 1-2. Line drive to left field. Base hit. Cedeno was on base. And the fans get on their feet as the Bambino steps up to the plate. This is just 1921, babe.
Strike 3.
He strikes out. Brings up Ron Santo. 2 men on for T-ville. 1 out. Brown into his windup. Then straight to Albert. Albert to Henley Ramirez. Ramirez to Pujols. Got a double play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 1/2 inning, these two giants of the Field of Dreams on the field together. T-ville nothing. Lehigh coming to bat. Here's the man of the moment, Bobby Abreu. On the mound, Addy Joss. Abreu with a double to right field. He's going to go for 3. No, he's going to stop at 2. A double for Abreu. Bobby Byrne. Throw Throw down to second. He's safe. Here's the 1-2 ground ball. Alomar to his left, and they get it. One out here, but Lehigh have Abreu at third. Here's Willie Mays. And a blooper to left field. Base hit, Abreu comes home. And it's Willie McCovey now. Mays going for second. It'll be close, he's out. Good tack there by Banks. McCovey steps back into the box. Here's the pitch, grounded to first. Chance has it, steps on first. For the out, but Lehigh go ahead 1-0. It's Jason Kendall for T-Ville. Kendall with a triple. Leads off for T-Ville. Ernie Banks is going to try and drive him in. Fly ball to center field. Mays is there. And Kendall will score. So T-Ville tied up real early in this battle of two big giants. Jerry Burnett's with a base hit. In fact, he's going to get a double. Here's Roberto Alomar. Foul. We'll do it again. Mordecai Three-Finger Brown, 8-1 on the season. Alomar just batting 187. The 0-2 right at the knees, and Alomar will sit down. 2 away. Here's a hard-hitting Frank Chance. The 1-1. Down the line to Byrne. Has time. Got it. Bottom of the second. Albert Pujols comes to the plate. That one's hit deep to left field. And the Babe shows some athleticism. On the run, makes the catch at the track. 1 away. Babe Ruth, a 4 in left field. Take a look at that outfield. Cesar de Cedeno in center. Burnett's in right. The way Carlos is putting his team together, no big stars, but altogether they make for a tremendous outfit. Specialist man on the mound, Ali Joss. Although this season, 5-2, 2.8 ERA. We've seen better from Joss, but that's still a pretty good ERA. Here's Campanella. The 0-1 swings. Base hit for Campy. Brings up Bobby Veach, someone I did not know much about. Veach from 1921. For all you historians, you know about Bobby Veach. I did not. Line drive of Alomar's head, base hit for Veach. 2 men on for Lehigh. As Harley Ramirez, batting 400, comes to the plate after a good start. Joss toes the rubber. He swings, pop up to second. Alomar makes the catch. 2 men on as Craig Biggio, one of the spark plugs for Lehigh, steps in. The 1-0. Line up the middle, base hit. Campanella come around third. He will score. Up the middle. Banks to Chance. Got it. So leading up top of the third inning now, Sam Crawford. That one's going back. Abreu has it and makes the catch. 1 gone. The more I look at baby Abreu, the more I like him. He's got to be a red boat. Has to be. I'll do everything I can to get him. Ground ball down the first base line. Pujols. How could Steve think of not keeping him on his keeper list? Really? Here's Cedeno. Swings. Base hit. So T-Ville. Oh, he's out. He's out. I thought he'd make it into... He made a double. He did not make the double. As Carlos says, he'd never seen Veach play in person, but you know he's a great player. I think the only one who's seen him might have been Bernie. I'm not sure. Babe Ruth at the plate. That's a joke. Bernie a joke. Bernie, one of our respected members of the community and a top man. Burn. Banks. Got it. Joss on the mound for one of the aces that T-ville carry. There's a 0-2, struck him out. 2 away now for Lehigh, bottom of the third inning. Joss working away. Here's the 0-1. Shallow fly ball to right center field. Burnett comes in, waits for it, and a catch to retire aside. We go to the top of the fourth inning now. Ron Santo, Chicago Cub, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. The 2-0 from Brown. Base hit. Poor play by Biggio allows that base hit. So T-ville start off with a runner on. Nobody out. Jason Kendall at the plate. The 2-2. And he hits it into right field. A Brewer pick it up. 2 men on for T-ville. As Ernie Banks steps to the plate. Clash of the Titans here. T-ville and the Lizards, 28-8. Plays 28-7. Both playing lights out baseball. 2 aces on the mound. Here's Mordecai, 3-finger Brown. The 1-1. Ground to Brown to Pujols. Banks is out, but the runners advance. Jeremy Burnitz at the plate. I remember Burnitz. I think he played for the Mets at some point, as well as the Rockies, I can see from his photo. Well, that's popped up to Pujols. 2 away. That won't get it done. Here's Roberto Alomar. The 3-2. Bad pitch swing there from Alomar. And Brown gets out of the inning. Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Albert Pujols at the plate. 8-game hitting streak. Albert's moved around the league quite a lot. Here's the 1-0. Towering fly ball. Cedeno has it and makes the catch.
Strike 3.
Campanella strikes out. 2 away now for T-ville. Joss making easy work of Campanella. Brings up Bobby Veach. The 0-2. Deep fly ball to left center. Cedeno has a beat on it and makes the catch with a diving play. Flashy play by Cesar Cedeno. And that's the end of the inning. Top of the fifth inning now. Ex-Chicago Cub Frank Chance at the plate. Chance batting .263. He's 0 for 1 today. Brown up to 62 pitches. The 2-2. And a single to right by Frank Chance. Sam Crawford up next. Crawford, a lefty hitter. Batting .255. 8 home runs and 23 ribbies. He's 1 for 2 today. 2-1 count. That one hit high in the air. That was a spitball by Brown. Lofted up to Willie Mays. He shielded his eyes from the sun. Shadows drifting in from right field. As Cesar Cedeno, one of the most underrated players of his time, steps up. Brown likes a sign from Campanella. Here's the 2-0. Ground up the middle. Nice flashy play by Biggio. They get Cedeno, but Chance goes to second. 1 man on for T-ville as the Bambino comes to the plate. As midlife's also a fountain of knowledge, he also played for the Brewers, Jeremy Burnitz. Here's a man who needs no introduction. Babe Ruth. Batting .302 for T-ville. Brown takes his time. He's ready. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out. So we go to the bottom of the fifth inning now. Hanley Ramirez strikes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He is a shortstop for Lehigh. Here's a 3-2. Down and tight. Ball 4. Just did not like that call. 1 man on for Lehigh. They lead 2-1. Spark plug Craig Biggio, the second baseman, at the plate. 1 for 1. Joss likes a sign from Kendall. Ramirez is going to second. He is safe. Head first slide. Ramirez with his 4th stolen base of the season. Biggio steps back in. Joss will keep an eye on Ramirez, a threat to steal. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner. Got it. Here's the man I've come to see. Bobby Abru. I can't say it the right way. I say Abru. Midland says Abru. Here we go. Bobby Abru is what I'm going to call him. Joss is ready. Kendall puts a sign down. Here's the 1-2. Grounded past Banks. Ramirez is trying to get around third. Babe Ruth gets to Santa. So runners in the corners as Bobby Byrne comes to the plate. He's ready. Kendall gets down. Here's Joss. Kicks and fires on a 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled. We'll do it again. Addy Joss, 29 years old, from 1909. Byrne is ready. Here's a 2-1. He swings. That's a base hit past Alomar, and Ramirez will score 3-1 Lehigh. Still 2 men on as the dangerous Willie Mays comes to the plate. Mays has played on 2 World Series in this season in this Field of Dreams. Abreu. Gotcha. So, Abreu at second. There's Willie Mays. The 2-1 changeup. And a base hit of Alomar. Oh, God. Abreu scores. 4-1 Lizards. McCovey at the plate. Struck him out at the knees. A punch up for Joss when he needed it. But it's 4-1 they trail. As Albert Pujols steps to the plate. Another power hitter. He's third in Lehigh with home runs behind Bobby Veach and Willie Mays. Pujols is ready. Joss stares him down. The 1-2. Ground ball to Banks. Banks up with it to Alomar. They get him. After 5 complete. Lehigh 4, T-ville 1. We are looking at 2 contenders. Ron Santo at the plate, batting .305. Sunday Night Baseball here, folks. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out. Throw to first as he dropped from Campanella's mitt. They get their man. Here's Jason Kendall. T-ville trying to claw this thing back. Foul by Kendall. 2 for 2, Jason Kendall today. Brown has a spitball in his armor. Shallow fly ball to left field. That's foul again. That's a curveball this time. We'll do it again. Mordecai Brown up to 92 pitches. 6th inning. Top of the 6th. Kendall swing. Slow ground to first. Pujols will take it to the bag and keep it himself. 2 out. There's Ernie Banks. It's just inside, and he walks to first. Here's Burnitz now. 2 out for T-ville. The 1-2. Ground to Biggio. He throws to first. In time. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5. Lizards 4. T-ville 1. Addy Joss is out there again for the bottom of the 6th. Campanella will lead off for Lehigh. Ball to right center field. Cedeno has it. And that's number 1. Cesar Cedeno from 1973. Here's a dangerous Bobby Veach. Ground ball between first and second. Chance to Joss. Out. Brings up Henry Ramirez. The 1-2. Ground to Banks to Chance. Pegs it for the out. Go to the top of the 7th now. Roberto Alomar at the plate. Roberto, one of those great, I think he started with the Padres. And he went to Toronto. I know he played for Toronto. And then later Baltimore. He's ready. Here's Brown. The 1-2 struck him out with a fastball. 3 times today Alomar has been struck out. Here's Frank Jones at the plate. The 2-0. And that's drilled over Ramirez's head, and Frank is on first. Veach will fire it back in, and we go to Sam Crawford now at the plate for T-Ville. Here's the 0-2 as Campanella wants to talk to Brown. Shallow fly ball to right. Abreu up. Oh my God. Abreu comes in. Abreu. I'm going to get that name eventually. Bobby Abreu. Bobby Abreu in right field. He is just talking of the town at the moment. Since Midlife told me about him a couple of days ago. Even Steve is a little bit surprised. Here's Cedeno. I'm surprised. Steve is surprised. Chance back safely. Here's Cedeno. Struck him out. And Brown gets yet another K. As we go to the 7th and a quick break. Carlos says, can we add a 4th finger to Brown? And see if that helped. Well, he's pitching really well, Carlos. In fact, he has just stuck 1 finger up to you. The other dugout. Here is Craig Biggio. The 2-2 overbanks his head, and Craig Biggio, yet another spark plug for Lehigh, gets on base. Brings up my man, Bobby Abreu. Joss looks over first to keep Biggio on base. Biggio, a threat to steal. Will they run him? There goes Biggio. Easily in there for stolen base number 14. What a delight it is for Steve to have Craig Biggio in that order. As you can see, he's got the speed of Abreu and the speed of Biggio at either ends. He's been using baseball music. Here is Bobby Abreu. Off the plate outside. This is what he does. This guy has 100 walks. How he went by everybody, I do not know. Steve, what were you thinking? This guy's going to be great. Just checking out the price there for Abreu as Bobby Burns steps in. Kendall goes to talk to Joss. And we're good. Line drive up the middle by Burns. Biggio will come around third. Abreu stops at third. It's a 5-1 ball game. There's Willie Mays. Rolls to Santos. Santos up with it to Alomar. And Abreu scores. 6-1 Lehigh as they put the boot in on T-Ville. Here's Willie McCovey. I've never really been impressed with McCovey in our leagues. Never really done much. Joss still out there for Tina. No, now finally, Carlos Yaz, our manager, has decided to bring in Bob Whitman. So that's enough for Andy Joss. Whitman, 31 years old. McCovey waits. Mays goes out to second and he's safe. Good jump by Willie Mays. Stolen base number 10. Some good speed in this lineup. McCovey steps back in. Whitman looks over at Mays. Down and away, and he walks him. So now we've got Albert again. The 3-1. Miss Slower. Whitman immediately in trouble for T-Ville, looking a bit more mortal in this game. They're 28-8, the best record in the league, up against the second best record in the Lizards. Right Campanella plate, bases loaded full of Lizards. Here's a 2-1, deep fly ball to left field. off the wall. 2 runs come in. Big hit there. Double for Campy. It's now 9-1, folks. It's over. Carlos brings in Kurt Leskenic. Bobby Veach at the plate. Veach strikes out and misses. A punch up for Leskenic. Whitman did not work. Joss is out of there. It's a preview of what might be in the playoffs. And straight to Alomar to end the inning. Top of the 8th inning now. Babe Ruth at the plate. This one is deep, but Abreu makes the catch. 1 away. My man Abreu. Ron Santo. Mordecai is firing. 0-2. Pitch. Fastball fooled him. Mordecai Brown, 8 strikeouts. Looking good today, Mordecai. Here's Jason Kendall. Lines. Abreu will pick it up, and Kendall will get a double. His 2nd double of the ball game. As Brown gives up a double. There's Ernie Banks steps in. Let's play 2 Ernie. Off balance. Ramirez gets him. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Leskenic on the mound for Tevin. This is looking over for Tevin. As Craig Biggio steps up. He's 2 for 3. Deep fly ball to center field. Cedeno wakes it. 1 away. Abreu fly ball to right center. Burnitz catches it. Bobby Byrne. Who the hell is Bobby Byrne? Bobby Byrne is from 1910. The 1-2 struck him out, so the Leskenic does work. After 8, Lehigh 9, T-ville 1. We go to the last inning now for T-ville. They've had a shock to their system. Here we go. Yeah, there you go, Carlos. Burnitz restores some pride. No, he doesn't. He hits the wall, and Burnitz is in as a double. And it's Roberto Alomar 0 for 3 today. Not looking good for Carlos. The 1-1 popped up to short. As Carlos is looking for the new work week, Carlos probably doesn't want to see his team lose on a Sunday. Here's Frank Chance now. Mordecai Brown. Pitching well. Hit high and deep to Willie Mays. 2 away. T-ville down to the last out. As Sam Crawford at the plate. The 1-1. Up the middle, base hit. Burnitz will score. That's 9-2, but this may be too late for T-ville. Brown up to 141 pitches. Pitched beautifully today. Has given up 12 hits, though. In fact, T-ville have got 12 hits and have left 8 on base. Here's Cedeno. Blooper to center field, and Crawford will go to third and run into the corner. 2 out, though. 9-2 they're trailing. Here's the Bambino. They're going to walk him low and away to the Bambino. Bases loaded for Ron Santo. The 1-1. Brown to Pujols. Game over. T-ville take 1 on the chin from these Lehigh Lizards. Just takes the loss, and Mordecai Brown goes to 9-1, folks. He's going to be dangerous in the playoffs. Gave it just 2 earned runs. Whitman, although he had his stuff, got blasted. So we go to the next game and the last game of the evening. The second game of the day. Let's do some, before we get to Philadelphia, let's do the other ones. Florence and Degenerates. 5-4. Oh, Degenerates just can't get on track so far. 5-4. Shatseda beats Guidry. Vegas Hanley Lake. And Will Toole's team comes through. Cy Young with his first victory. And there's Sherry McGee, 2 for 3. And next year we know Sherry McGee is going to be lights out. The Chief takes a loss. We know the result of Lehigh Tiva. Beantown, Mark's team trying to get going against the resurgent Crystal Lake, is probably having the best season since they won the Toilet Bowl. Yes, we did have a second bowl game, championship game in season 1, which was the worst teams in the league, but Crystal Lake won it. Here they are though, competing, and they win 9-2. Bob Gibson 2 and 6. Lefty Gomez, I think that's 2 and 6. Trammell 3 for 4. The Detroit players on that Crystal Lake team. Cleveland, Long Island, Ken Todd's team pull out the victory. They do. Jackson with the win. Garrett Cole with the loss. Ed Ott 2 for 4. And we come to our second game, Philly Chicos. You know, Midlife Crisis has been hanging in there for this one. I try and do it quick as I can. Let's do it. Let's do it. Al Leiter versus Walter Johnson. Now, I'm going to put the narrator on for this just to save my voice for the end of this programming. Let's do it. There's that man, Harry Heilman, again. Philadelphia at Chico's. This is 51 Sportsman's Park, a notorious pitchers park. And here we go. I am going to put the narrator on, so just bear with me. Narrator.
Pitching for Chico's, Walter Johnson. Leading off for Philadelphia, designated hitter, Harry Heilman. Welcome to Sportsman's Park. For tonight's game between Philadelphia and Chico's. Philadelphia has won 8 of their last 10. Al Leiter will start for Philadelphia. He's made 5 starts on the year. And is 2-2. With an earned run average of .362. His second start against Chico's. Walter Johnson will be on the mound for Chico's. He's made 12 starts on the year. And is 5-6. With an earned run average of .362. His third start against Philadelphia. He's 1-1 with a .318 earned run average against Philadelphia. It's 69 degrees. Wind speed 2 miles per hour. Heilman steps in against Johnson. Jackson is up next. The 0-2 pitch. Heilman swings.
Struck him out.
And misses. 1 down. Heilman struck out, 1 out. Right fielder, Reggie Jackson. The right fielder, Jackson steps in. He's hitting .319 in May. Johnson gets the sign. The 3-2 pitch. In at the knees. Johnson gets the strikeout. Jackson struck out, 2 out. First baseman, Ryan Howard.
Overrated.
Howard against Johnson. 2-1 count. Hard grounder to Cash at first. He'll take it to first himself. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1/2 inning. Philadelphia 0, Chico's coming to bat. Howard grounded to first, 3 out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Philadelphia 0, Chico's coming to bat. Pitching for Philadelphia, Al Leiter. Leading off for Chico's, designated hitter, Robin Yount. Yount will get this inning started. Hitting .257 on the year. Just 143 against Philadelphia. He's hitting .257 in May. The payoff pitch. Up the middle. Fielded by Leiter. Throws to first. He is. In there.
In there, Robin
That
Yount's
will be a base
speed.
hit for Yount. Yount singled on the infield. Right fielder, Elmer Flick.
Good to see Chico's again. They're a competitive team normally.
Flick digs in against Leiter. Hitting .378 on the year. 2 home runs and 18 RBIs on the season. He's hitting .385 in May. Runner on first. Leiter looks at the runner on first. 2-1 count. The pitch to Flick. Cutter. Yount is breaking for second. Flick swings. He hits it on the ground to second. Utley gathers it in. His only play is to first. He's out. Yount goes to second. Flick grounded to second. Yount to second. 1 out. Left fielder, Goose, Goslin.
See if I can make this go a little bit quicker. Oh, it's maxed out. Okay.
In the third spot, it's Goslin. Lefty against lefty. He's hitting .266 in May. Runner on second. The 2-2 pitch. Swung at a bad pitch. Leiter gets the strikeout. Goslin struck out, 2 out. Second baseman, Jeff, Kent.
O'Brien is doing very well for you, Steve.
Hitting fourth, here's Kent. Third in the league with a .340 average. 3 home runs and 25 RBIs on the season. Fourth in the league with 25 RBI. .462 against Philadelphia. Runner on second. 3-1 count. Leiter kicks and delivers. Up around the shoulders. And Leiter issues the walk.
Speed this up, man.
Kent walked. Third baseman, Bill Bradley.
I don't mind a narrator, but it's just a little slow for my taste. So, let's get this going. Moving along, folks. There's Bill Bradley, 2 men on. Bando juggles it, can't make the play. Bases full of Chicos as Norm Cash steps up. First at bat of the season. The 1-2, grounded to George freaking Davis. And after 1 complete, Philadelphia nothing, Chicos nothing. Chase Utley leads off here, batting .252. 8 home runs, 25 ribbies. Struck out. Joe Rudy had a good season last season. Strikes out. 2 men down for Philly. Sal Bandit, this mixture of Yankees, A's, and Phillies. 1, 2, 3. The big train sets them down. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Clyde Milan leads off. A good bunter. Leiter strikes him out. 24 years ago, Al Leiter played in the Subway Series. Mets are hoping to beat the Yankees. Can meet the Yankees if they can get past the Dodgers. Base hit. Leiter was a great pitcher in that 2000 series for the Mets, but unfortunately, they lost. That series, I think they lost it 5-1. Deep fly ball to left field by Johnny. Rudy on the run. Chico's trying to get back into it now. Al Leiter just takes his time. Here's Robin Young. Outside, 2 men on for the Chicos. Elmer Flick batting .374, 2 home runs. He's 0 for 1 today. Oh, nice pitch there by Leiter. That cutter got him. 2 complete, go to the top of the third. George Davis at the plate. Deep fly ball to right center. Milan going back off the wall. And George Davis, 1902 George Davis at second. Handsome devil. There he is with the magnum moustache. There's Tugboat, Thurman Munson. Oh, fastball by Walter Johnson gets him out of there. 6 Ks on the game already for Walter. And there's Victorino, base hit. Davis will stay at third. That's Philly, still nothing here. Top of the third inning, no 1 out. Here's a dangerous Harry Heilman, 0 for 1 today. Bradley to Kent. We've seen some Global League teams today. We've seen T-ville, we've seen Lehigh, and now we're seeing the Chicos, and we are now seeing the Philadelphia team. We don't know their surname anymore, or nickname anymore. There's Jack, they were Berlin, then there was the Susannas, and now they're Philly. 2 men out. Reggie Jackson at the plate. And a base hit past McBride. And Harmon will get the third. Now, which McBride is this? This is George McBride playing shortstop for the Chicos. That's Buckshot's team. The Chicos in their history have made the playoffs in season 1. Far a long time ago, actually. And they were a great team. Led by Snuffy Sternweiss. I hate Snuffy Sternweiss. There's Ryan Howard. Swing and a miss. Let's go to the bottom of the third. Al Leiter working against Goose Goslin, batting 274, high fly ball. Victorino comes in and dives for it and makes an unbelievable catch. Nice play by Victorino. 1 away. Here's Jeff Kent. Philly 1-0. The 0-2 popped up to third. Sal Bando has it. We will see some more T-ville going forward. As we get an update here, Dodgers are leading 6-3 in the 6th right now. Come on, Mets. Here's Bill Bradley, 0 for 1. 3. Oh, he chases out of the zone, and we place 3. As the big train has already got 7 strikeouts. We're at the top of the 4th inning. Chase Utley at the plate. There's an 8th strikeout now as he goes down. Joe Rudy. Another fastball as Walter Johnson bringing the heat. There's Sal Bando 0 for 1. And that's grounded to Bill Bradley to his left to first. Got him. So Walter Johnson's on today. There's Al Leiter. Well, Leiter's already got 4 strikeouts. There's Norm Cash. Walks the first. Norm Cash in the early days of our league was pretty good the first 2 seasons. He was drafted in 1961, going forwards, I think. I think he came out of the league and he's back in again. There's Milan. Grounded past Davis, and Cash is at second. Here's George McBride, bunts it. And Chicos have men in scoring position. Cash at third, Milan at second. I have a feeling this Norm Cash is from 61, but that seems a bit wrong. If he came in 61, he's only in 66, 61, 62, 63, 64. Yeah, that's right. This is the same Norm Cash, actually, from the beginning of the league. Spectacular in 61 and 62 and 63. Sorry, season 1, season 2, and season 3. Here's Johnny Bench.
Take your base.
Bases loaded as Robin Yount comes to the plate.
Strike 3.
Below the belt, Leiter gets another strikeout. Bases loaded. Philly having a slender lead, 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 out. Elmer Flick at the plate for the Chicos. And a base hit. This could be a double. Cash scores. 3 men score and a double by Elmer Flick. And it's 3-1 all of a sudden, Chicos. There's Goose Goslin. And they walk him. Jeff Kent. Popped up to second. Up he goes behind Howard. And that's all they needed. After 4 complete, the Criminals 3. That's the Chicos. Philadelphia 1. Walter Johnson with 9 strikeouts now. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning. George Davis to face. And he hit him in the leg there, unintentionally, of course. And Davis goes to first. Here's Thurman Munson. 9-game hit streak. He's 0 for 1. Throw to first. Line drive over George McBride's head. Thurman Munson has a 10-game hitting streak now. George Davis at third as Philly trying to come back. Here's a dangerous Shane Victorino. Popped up behind third. One away. No, he dropped it. So Bill Bradley dropped the easy pop up there. And Victorino remains at the plate. Johnson into his windup. Broken back. And this goes straight to Kent. So the bat went flying there as Victorino ran to first. Kent, not distracted, makes the catch. Here's Harry Harmon. Deep fly ball in right field. This one is off the wall. Davis scores. Munson scores. And that's what Harry Harmon does. Mr. Danger for Philly. Here's Reggie Jackson, been with this ball club in its various incarnations, at the plate. The 1-1. This one's going back against the wall. Harmon will score. Jackson slides into second. Double number 9 on the season. And here's Ryan Howard, the overrated first baseman. Philadelphia now leads 4-3. Johnson, no change in the expression, gets a sign from bench. The 1-2 struck him out on the curveball. 2 out. Chase Utley steps up. He's 0 for 2. The 1-2 curveball pitch him out of the zone, and Walter Johnson strides off the mound. 11 strikeouts today, but it trails 4-3. So Steve and Carlos bantering in the stands. Both GMs here looking on. As Bill Bradley, I think their challenge in that side of the league, the global league, will come from Philadelphia, actually. Another hot team. As I say that, Bill Bradley launches one out of here. Chico's, just reminding me that they're also a dangerous team. Ties it up 4-4. 4-4. Here's Noam Cash, and now a new pitcher for Philly, Don Hood. Don Hood from 1979. Never heard of Don Hood. He's good to go. Lefty versus lefty. There's Dave Cash. Down and away, he walks him. Clyde Milan, I said Felix earlier on, at the plate. Weak fly ball. Joe Rudy makes the catch. So in the global division, you got Lehigh, you got Philly, and T-ville. We've featured the 2 other contenders today. Way inside, and Hood has now walked McBride and Cash as Johnny Bench comes to the plate. Change up outside, and Cash goes to third. Runners advance, 1 out. Robin Yount at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, Robin. Bounce up the middle. Davis to Utley, but a run scores. And just like that, the Chicos take the lead again. 5-4. Getting to see some of the fortitude of all of these contending teams, including the Chicos. There's Elmer Flick. 3 RBIs today. 1 for 3. Hood gets a sign from Munson. The 1-2, he plunks him. As Goose Costing comes, he's 0 for 2. Goose Costing struck out, fly to center, and was walked in the 4th. He's good to go. Chicos lead 5-4. Costing down the line. Bando to first. Nice peg by Banda. So, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Walter Johnson already 11 strikeouts. See if he can hold on to lead again. Joe Rudy 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. 12 strikeouts for the big train. Here's Sal Bando 0 for 2. Walter into his windup. Whoa, that one goes straight to Flick, but bounces just before him. Sal Bando on first. George Davis steps into the box as Walter Johnson looks over at Bando. The 0-1, split finger, foul tip. Johnson with a windup. Struck him out. 13 strikeouts for Walter Johnson. Walter up to 102 pitches as Tugboat Thurman Munson steps in. Philly trail 5-4. Swings. Easy hop to Bradley to Kent, and that's all they needed. He throws to second for 3 out, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 5.5 down. Chicago 5, Philly 4. Tight ball game as Jeff Kent comes to the plate. Line straight to Ryan Howard. Don Hood still on the mound. There's Bradley, and a blooping single to right field. Victorino gets it. So Bradley up for another threat to steal. 24-year-old Bill Bradley. Cash, big slugger at the plate. No stats this season. High chopper up the middle. Utley to his right to first. Got him. Bradley at second. Clyde Miller at the plate. 1 for 3. And Hood will walk him. They're persistent with Don Hood as George McBride comes to the plate. Line drive, base hit. Bradley will come around third to score, and Chico's go ahead 6-4. Stay ahead 6-4. There's Johnny Bench, and now Philly bring in the right-handed Rolly Fingers from the bullpen. Rolly, an ex-Red Bolt. He's ready. Here's Johnny Bench. Ground to Davis to Utley. After 6 complete. Chico 6, Philadelphia 4. Here's Victorino. Heilman, inside edge. Johnson, 14 strikeouts. Chico's looking good, 6-4. I'll pick up the pace now. Reggie Jackson on the middle, base hit. Reggie, I didn't think he'd do well in this league for some strange reason. He has done very well. Here's Ryan Howard. Jackson back ahead and throw. And Ryan Howard launches one deep to right field, but Elmer Flick has it. This is not Sportsman's Park, is it? Just realized that. My apologies, I realize this isn't the picture of Sportsman's Park, but it's too late now. Here's Yout, struck him out. Fingers has been in this league since season 1. Flick goes to first. There's Goose Gosselin. Ripped to right center field. This is going back. It is gone. Goose Gosselin. I think it's good night Philadelphia from here on in, folks. 8-4 Chicos. As Sind Monch comes in. Raleigh taking for a ride there. As Jeff Kent steps in for Chicos. Strike 3. Bradley. Base hit. There's Norm Cash, the big slugger. Struck him out. So now we go to the top of the 8th inning now. Chase Utley at the plate. Philly trail 8-4. I'll stop talking for a while, let the game play itself out. You can all read. 60 strikeouts for Walter Johnson. Johnson rips through him again. 17 Ks for Walter Johnson. And here's Milan. By Milan. Bottom of the 8th. Sid Monge on the mound. Nice play by Oddly diving catch. One, two, three. If you haven't seen Chase Utley before in these leagues, he made his name in the Shanks League, which is the preceding league to this incarnation. We played 3 seasons of the Shanks League, and we're playing 6 already of the Field of Dreams. And in the Shanks League, Chase Utley was amazing. I think he played for Big Clue's team. Here's Victorino now trying to pull it back here. Top of the 9th inning, Walter Johnson having an elite day, 17 Ks. Here's Harry Heilman, the big dog. Base hit, that's what he does. Here's Reggie. Double play, and that's all she wrote, folks. Chico's win. Chico's win. And we will now wrap up the day. Steve, if you're still here, how far should I take it? That sounds a bit wrong. Here we go. So, the end of the day there, folks. T-ville only have a half-game lead over Lehigh. Philly still hold a decent lead over Crystal Lake. Box. Here we go. Lancaster at Washington. These two teams trying to chase down Manchester at the moment. Oh. Computer, why has it done that? I don't know. It's okay, nothing lost there, nothing lost. I didn't mean to do that, but let's just do it this way. So that I don't... Actually, let's do the game. What the hell? It's not like I've got work tomorrow, is it? Alright, Steve, I hear you. But because I activated this game, I've got to kind of play it now. But I'll be quick with this one. Should be a good one, folks. I'll do this real quick with no commentary from me. But we've got 2 guys fighting it out in the rain delay, chasing down Manchester, both with winning records. Jamie's Washington team, 23-20, and Night Ravens fighting Amish, 20-13. So, Manchester's hoping that Washington does them a favor, but either team is chasing down Manchester anyway. But I'm rooting secretly, or not so secretly, for Washington. I will provide no commentary. I will let you watch it because I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can without simming it. I will be. So no commentary from me, just the odd comment here and there. Y'all can read. Give you a chance to see Ravens team. Nicely put together defense. Not elite, but very good. Nicholson's got an arm in right field. Carey has got the range, as does Felsh. Decent infield. Not the best, but not bad. Joe Mauer behind the plate. I can see why they do well. Andy Pafko, a name I've not seen. We don't do too many Washington games, so nice to see Washington here. It's Carlton Fisk.
Dead ball.
Russ Ford has been the ace for Lancaster this season. 5-2 and a 2.12 ERA. Bases loaded though.
Strike 3.
I won't be blowing on any dice for Night Raven. I've been interested in this guy, DJ LeMay, who's been outstanding for Night Raven this year. Double.
Ball 4.
Night Raven's taking his time building this team. I saw the spreadsheets. I saw the energy. I feel the energy. Gone. Out of here. This is a Hilltop Park. Let's just see if I do have a Hilltop Park. I'm not sure why it's not taking the parks in. Just give me 1 second. Maybe I just don't have those parks. Hilltop, I should have. God knows I've got many stadiums. There it is. I knew Mike had it here somewhere. Oh, I like that one. That's better. Das better. Just give me 2 ticks. Let's quickly just align that one for me. I did not, I've not broadcasted his games before. Shame on me. Shame on me, because this team is ready to rumble this season, Lancaster. About bloody time. Excuse my Cockney. I was speaking to Carlos the other day. I think he was intrigued about Big Ben. You're not missing much, sunshine. It is a brown monument with lots of people walking around. It's not that high. We had a security breach a couple of years ago. We had a lot of, let's just say, attacks, which was not very good, to say the least. I used to go there as a kid. You know, the school tours when they take you around when you're 8 years old. Oh, that's Big Ben, is it? Not impressive. What's more impressive is the London dungeons, where you see a lot of, where they used to keep all the criminals back in the day. Now, that's impressive. It's where they should keep the criminals now. Alright, there we go, saved. So there's Bottomley now. Jim Bottomley at the place. Much better. Up the middle, base hit. Happy Felch. Something doesn't look right. Where is Richie Hebner going? He seems to be disappearing somewhere.
Strike 3.
Okay, so we go to the top. Amish lead 3-0. We can continue that, Carlos.
Strike 3.
I don't know many of Jamie's players. I know Jamie's a bit of a scientist, but I don't recognize any of his players. Here's Arenado leading off for Lancaster. Wow. Arenado is so happy he ran around the bases backwards. Doo-doo-doo-doo. What the hell happened there? There we go, Joe Sybil at the plate now. Amish up 4-0. Hilltop as a park effect there. So of home runs for lefties. Nice, I must remember that when I play him. I think that's why we do so well against them.
Ball 4. Take your base.
What is Hebner doing? Why does Richie Hebner seem to run over there? I don't understand the chalkboard sometimes. It'll fix itself.
Strike 3. Tear out.
On the mound, Russ Ford, one of the New York players from the early... I don't know why it moves Arenado. Bear me, guys. I'm going to fix this. Why is he... Let's try that. Arenado seems to want to cover first base. Starger.
Pummel.
Sometimes the chalkboard does some weird stuff. Bottom of the third, the Amish at bat. Bill Nicholson, 3 RBIs today. Fly ball to Andy Pafko. Got it. Amish leading 4-0, folks. I don't understand what is happening here, but never mind. I'm not going to play around it much longer. It just sometimes it glitches out. No idea. Here's Pafko. Down the line, Arenado with a throw. That's better. So Pafko first. Here's Carlton Fisk now for Washington. Grounded. Sewell. And it's still not working. I'm not going to play around with it any longer. We'll go without the chalkboard for this one, folks. Here's Doyle. That's better. So Marical on the mound as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Carey. Swing, center fly ball in the right field line. Mookie Betts has it. 1 away. There's Arenado. He strikes out. 4-0 fighting Amish as Joe Sewell comes to the plate. Ground to Fletcher at short. And to Bruce at first. No runs, no hits, no errors. I switch the chalkboard off. Leading off for Washington at the top of the 5th inning, Richie Hebner. That was deep to right field on the track, but Nicholson puts it away. Russ Ford on the mound. Ford is 5-2 to 2.01 ERA. Here's Art Fletcher, 0 for 1 today. Shallow fly ball to right center field. Carey drifts to his left, and he's under it to make the catch. Harry Danning at the plate, 0 for 1. Foul tip, fastball. Russ Ford will do it again. The 1-2. Mayhew to his left has it, lots of time. To Bottomley at first to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 4.5. Lancaster 4, Washington nothing. Marichal on the mound. I turned the chalkboard off. Lee Mayhew struck him out with a fastball. Here's Joe Mara. And a base hit up the middle for Joe Mara. Gabby Kravis, a power-hitting threat for the Amish, comes up. He's batting in the number 3 position. Deep fly ball to center field. Pafko under it and makes the catch at the track. They do have a good team. Here's Bill Nicholson. Hits a rope up the middle, base hit. Mara goes second, and he goes to third. So 2 men on here. As Jim Bottomley comes to the plate, batting .330, 11 home runs. Marichal gets a sign from Fisk. Hit right at Doyle, who makes the catch. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We played 5, Lancaster 4, Washington nothing. There's Dan Bruce's 11-game hitting streak for Washington. Trying to get something going here, top of the 6th. Fly ball to center. Carey is under it. 1 away. Here's Mookie Betts. Deep fly ball to left field. But Happy Felch makes the catch in left field. 2 away. Nice catch from Felch at the track. One of those Black Sox. Here's Pops. Willie Stargell having a great season, batting .349 home runs and 20 RBIs. Ford into his motion. The 1-2 struck him out on a fastball. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in this unexpected broadcast of this game. I wasn't intending to broadcast it live. Here we go. Here's Happy Felch. At the warning track, and Stargell died for it, but he's injured himself in the process. 1 away, and here's Max Carey. Stargell has to leave the game. Carey, line drive straight to Hebner. This one will bounce to Fletcher, to Bruthers. No run, no hit, no errors. After 6 complete. Lancaster 4, Washington nothing. Here's Andy Pafko. 1 for 2 today. Ground ball down the third base line. Arenado goes to his right, fields it to Bottomley to retire Pafko. 1 away. Washington going down Taylor today. Fisk, ground ball back to the pitcher. Ford throws to first, and Fisk is retired. Brings Larry Dole to the plate. Ford into his motion. The 1-2. The 0-2 pops up. And LeMahieu has it. Marshall.
Foul ball.
We'll do it again. Joe Sewell 0 for 2 today. Deep fly ball to center field. Pafko goes back and makes the catch. Andy Pafko from 1951. There's DJ LeMahieu, big player for Amish this year. The 2-2, Fletcher to his right, backhands it. Plenty of time, got him. Art Fletcher at short for Washington. There's Joe Mauer. Makes contact, grounded in third and short. Hebner goes to his left, gathers it. Plenty of time to brew this to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 8th inning now, Richie Hebner. And they're going to bring in Hal Chase and one of the Wayner brothers at right field. I turned the narrator off. Let's see if it works now. Chalkboard was causing all kinds of problems for this stadium. Let's try that again. Here's Hebner 0 for 2. Hebner batting .262 on the season, 0 for 2 today. He looks at strike 3 as Ford gets the strikeout. 5 strikeouts for Russ Ford. Here's Fletcher. Base hit. This could be 2 for Fletcher. He stays against 1. Here's Harry Downing. 1 man on for Washington. They've been anemic all game. Base hit. This time the chalkboard is working all of a sudden. 2 men on. Dan Bruthers 0 for 3. Russ Ford on the mound. The 2-2. Deep fly ball to right field. Paul Wayner has it. 2 out. Here's Mookie Betts. Hit for power so far this season. 7 home runs. 1 for 3 today, Mookie. Flied out his last 2 at-bats and grounded out in the first. Arenado to LeMahieu. Got it. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning, folks. Gabby Cravers 0 for 3. Thank you, Carlos. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've had plenty of rest over the weekend. I'm ready to go back to work big time. I'm only doing a little bit of work here and there now. Slowly getting my brain moving. It's hard work getting back to work, though. My God. Kravitz took strike 3. Here's Paul Wainer. 2-2. Here's strike 2. 2 men out for Marichal. Marichal was a Red Bolt and a winning Red Bolt in the second season of the Shanks. More Red Bolt trivia coming up. The 0-1. Line drive by Hal Chase. This is much better now that the chalkboard is working again. Here's Happy Felch. Ground to Hebner. Hebner up with it. Over to Doyle. And that's all she wrote. Top of the 9th inning now. George Burns at the plate. It's foul. Swings. Base hit to right. It's only a 4-0 lead. Here's Puffco. Nobody out. And now Amos Strunk. Left-hand hitter to hit. In the dirt by Ford. Burns goes to second. So the visiting team with another chance here. Amos Strunk against Russ Ford. The 1-2 from Ford. Strunk pops up. And Mao makes the catch, 1 down. Burns in scoring position. Here's Carlton Fisk. Boy, did it need some RBIs from Fisk. Grounder, LeMahieu backhands it to second, to first. 2 away. Burns goes to third. And now Larry Doyle at the plate. Doyle 0 for 3, having a terrible season so far. By just 185. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball. This should wrap it up as Paul Wainer makes the catch. The Amish, impressive without having to extend himself. 4-0 winners at home. As everyone flits in and out of the room, probably survives for surprise, and MV is still here going. I seem to get second wins. I'm on Eastern Standard Time for some reason. I live in the UK. Right, let's wrap up this. Let's Steve take it all the way. If you care still, guys, consensus, please. Do you want me to take it all the way? Again, that sounds very dodgy. San Francisco, amazing. Amazing wins 6-5. White with the win. Claire with the loss. Ripke, I think, did Bernie's a little burnt out as well. Let's go. Hagerstown, Edmonton. Jeff Hunter still hunting for a position. He's only 5 games back. Hagerstown trying to get back into the race and not let Manchester and Lancaster get too far ahead. Hagerstown wins. Phil Necro, 4-5. Twitcher with the loss. Honors with his 7th home run of the season. St. Louis St. Pete. Here we go. St. Louis win 8-5. Pote, never heard of that name before, 4-1. Paul Splitoff, 1-3. Winfield is 8th home run. Winfield, a veteran of all 6 seasons to date. And to wrap it up, Manchester, one of Manchester's aces, or they've got 2, Ray Collins and Jacob deGrom, go against David Chicago. They go into Chicago. And they lose to Vernon. I was just about to say, if Vernon's on the mound, we got no chance. 4-5, deGrom takes the loss in an interesting game, I'd imagine. Chicago got to the lead, and that's all she wrote, really. Manchester couldn't pull it back. So we go to the next day. Let's continue. Steve said, run it, baby. Let's run it. You gotta run it. So look around the league. T-ville with a half-game lead over Lehigh. Philadelphia just stretching their legs a little bit over Crystal Lake. Chicos are still in there. Beantown's the one to watch, because when they catch fire, they do catch fire. Mike's D-Gens are surprisingly down, but this is a competitive division. San Francisco, Newt's defending champion, just 3 games behind St. Louis. St. Louis pulling out all the trades and stops at the moment. And we're just clinging on to dear life here against Lancaster, with quite a few more games to play, it looks like. So let's get to it. Lancaster and Washington, let's do me a favor, Washington, please. And they do. Schumacher with the win, Blanton with the loss. Pafko, we just saw 2 for 4. Good to see some of these other teams. Amazing San Francisco. San Fran trying to stay in the race with Clue. And they do. Wood, Smokey Joe, 7-4. Early win, 2-7 for Yoko. Helton, 3-4. Hagerstown, Edmonton, both teams still in the race. Hagerstown still trying to keep up with the rain delay. And Edmonton with the win, Noodles Hahn. Jeff traded for Noodles Hahn from the Red Bulls, 8-4. Ferguson Jenkins, 3-5. Pedroia, 3-4. As Edmonton stay in the race. St. Louis, St. Pete, and Pete started the season pretty well. Drifting back just a touch, but they could cause a surprise as they play spoiler. They lose, however, behind. Zeta loses. He's been impressive so far. Eddie Collins 4-5 as Clayton Kershaw goes 6-1. But everybody, just a late night baseball. J.R. Richards as MV crosses his fingers at the old the 6'7" ace can take down Chicago. Got a feeling we're gonna lose this one. But we win. J.R. Richard 4-3. Eddie Seacott Expo 2-6. Ed Mellott finally back comes alive. 6 home run of the season. D. Jennings Florence. Florence win 9-3, and Mike's team really is on the slide here. Mellotto's 6-3. Hornsby 5th home run. It's supposed to be Hornsby's big season, or one of them. Vegas Hadley Lake. Vegas 5. Will Toole will be happy as he wins 7-5. T-ville Lehigh. Levi. This is a big one again, folks. We saw T-ville lose earlier tonight. Will they lose again? Have they met their match? Have they just been a flat track bully? Here we go. No, they're not a flat track bully. They've come back and beaten down Lehigh, and they maintain that lead. Done Sutton with the win. Fire Will. Now I think Sutton's been traded. I'm not sure. Bobby Abreu 3-5. There's the Abreu again, Steve. Make a note. I don't think I'll ever get him now. Beantown Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake with the win as Slashed continues to stay in the race. Beantown, what's up with Beantown? Philly Chicos. Philly. This is a tough team, Chicos. Let's see if Philly can beat them as they go into Chicos. And they do. Vida Blue 7-2. That's a great season for Vida Blue. Tommy Terrific 5-5. Elmer Flick 3rd home run as we go to the 24th, folks. Maybe I do leave a little bit for tomorrow. Washington Lancaster. Washington 6. Lancaster 2. I like ye. Morgan's 8-2. Swift 4-3. Fells 2-5. San Francisco, amazing wins and beats Nucci's team. Matt Cain beats the Rocket. Hagerstown, Edmonton. Jeff's team continues to win. Doc Philippe, 4-6. I'm blowing some good dice here, Jeff. Homer, 3-5. And Greenberg, 6 home run of the season. T-ville Lehigh T-ville. So here we go again. The two big bullies here in the Moneyball, slugging it out. Ali Fraser. And this time, Lehigh behind Red Faber beat Jack Taylor. Now, if I'd have known that, I would have actually played that game, because that's a good one. Babe Ruth, 19 home run. Lehigh take the victory to bring it down to half a game. Another series, another matchup here. Philly Chicos. The Chicos win, and Chicos still in the race. They're not going to make it easy for anybody, the Chicos. 9-4. Manchester, Chicago. I think we're going to lose this one. Jimenez on the mound. Manchester wins. Wilhelm with the save. Scott with the loss. I am a little bit surprised Manchester's on a bit of a run here. DiMaggio, 11 home run of the season. Can I just see if Ott scored anything? I am worried about Mellott. I traded Frank Robinson. Okay, he's getting better. He's getting better all the time. Okay, I'm happy with that. Anything to get distance between us and Lancaster. St. Louis, St. Pete. St. Louis loses. Hunter 1-5. The Big Six struggling here still. 3-6. He's just, I don't know what's happened to Christie. And he's playing in, okay, this is not at Astrodome, but still. It's Lombardi, 6 home run of the season. Washington, Lancaster. Oh, Washington wins again. Yay, baby. Whitey Ford, I know it's a good season, Whitey Ford. 2-1, Coombs with the victory. Amazing San Francisco. No. They squeeze a win behind Myers. Kurt Schilling 0-9. Yoko, you need to shift him in the rotation, son. Rep Kid, 2 home runs. Edmonton, Hagerstown. Now let's see. Jeff has made up some ground here. Staying in the race. Hagerstown need to keep up. Both. This will be a great game to broadcast, actually. And Edmonton wins again. Crandall, 3-2. Kern with the loss. Hatterberg, yeah, that's it. Moneyball Hatterberg, 4th home run of the season. Now, Trevor Bauer is a risk for me. I put him in the rotation just to free up some other guys. When I did the Magic Farm a few days ago. I got a feeling he ain't going to cut it this one. Let's see. Manchester win again. Hall looked like he took over. 4-3. Side. I don't know which Young that is. Manchester on a bit of a run here. I'm pleased. Young. That's not Cy Young, is it? Is that Cy Young? If anyone knows my history with Cy Young, you know I can't be Cy Young. Doubleheader. Vegas Hadley Lake. Here we go. 2-4. Hadley Lake wins again. Eddie Plank. Beantown Crystal Lake. 7-5. As we go into yet another day. We keep going here, folks. I'm enjoying this. Might as well take it, Dave. Should I leave something for Bernie? Tell me, guys, if I should leave something for Bernie. Or just get it done. Hadley Lake, Florence. Hadley Lake takes a loss. Rio, 7-0. Zach Greinke, 2-3. Ryan Sandberg, 2-5. Beantown, Crystal Lake. Beantown gets a win. A well-needed win there for Beantown. They're really out of it at the moment. Crystal Lake, though, go down. Cleveland Chicos. Chicos have been resurgent as of late. And the Big Train wins again. 7-6. Walsh takes the loss. Bench 2-3. Philly T-ville. These are all good games. I broadcast 3 tonight, so I can't do I've done 4. Anyway. T-ville 5. Billy Pierce 9. How do they 5-3? Washington, Edmonton. All these games are really interesting games. Edmonton, who's in the race, against Washington, who's also in the race. Here we go. 13-10. Edmonton again on a bit of a streak. Win behind Chemnitz. Spirit takes it up. Donnie Ballgame, 7th home run of the season. Now Manchester, here's Collins. He's an ace, so fingers crossed. 11-3. Falkenberg gets it in relief. Frost 1-5. DiMaggio, 12th home run. That's nice to see. St. Louis, San Francisco. San Fran, 7 over St. Louis. 7-4. Lancaster, Hagerstown. Lancaster gets a well-needed win behind Whitey Ford. Person takes the loss. LeMahieu is a dangerous player, 4-5. Degens, Vegas. Degens 9. Any takers are wrapping up, folks? Any takers are wrapping up? I'll keep going. 26. This is your slide. Philadelphia reckons he's on the slide. He did predict it. Florence Hadley Lake. 7-0 Hadley Lake. Nice one there for Hadley Lake. You'll be happy with that one. T-ville, Philly. This will be a nice one to broadcast, but I'm running out of gas. 8-7. Fingers blew the game, it looks like. Philly, T-ville. It's a close one. Looked like it went extra innings. They lost it. There you go. Midlife, you might be able to see what you wanted to see. Look at this lineup here now. These guys are bashing the ball, man. Heilman particularly. Vegas Degens. Bernie's trying to convince everyone he's out of the race. He may just be right. Degens still hanging in there. Don't rule him out. They're only 4.5 back. Ian a slow to 3-5. Chico's Cleveland. Chico's still in the race. 5-2 as Todd B is not out of it himself. He's only, well, he's 13.5 back. Long Island, but that's not because of his play necessarily. That's T-Ville and Lehigh. Long Island, Crystal Lake. Long Island beats Crystal Lake. Washington, Edmonton. Edmonton's been a form team. They just lose. Starge, an 11th home run of the season. Can Manchester continue this good streak with Jacob deGrom? They do! Wilhelm 5-0, Stanton 0-1, Sandoval second home run. St. Louis, San Francisco. San Francisco 9, St. Louis 4. 9! So Louis only half a game now above San Francisco. So going forward, I can start to do some of these games. St. Pete versus Chicago. Well, ex-world champion Chicago wins 5-4. We are waiting for this resurgent San Francisco Chicago team. Go to the 27s as I take it to the wire, guys. Lehigh Beantown. If Mark's going to make a move with Beantown, he has to take down Darth Tate's Lehigh. Lehigh wins. Mordecai Brown 10-1. It's hard to beat. Veach 9 home runs. 9th home run. Washington Edmonton. Again, Edmonton 22-21. Washington not out of it by a long shot. 11-4. Marichal wins. So Lancaster and Washington keep the heat up on Manchester. St. Pete, Chicago. Chicago wins again behind Vern Law, who is the pick of the Chicago pitchers. Jason Isringhausen 2-3. Hack, who I think is going to be good for David, second home run. Degens Vegas. Degens looking to climb the table. They're third. They're still in it. Put pressure on Philly, who lost today, and Crystal Lake. Let's see what the Degens can do. Can they take down Vegas? They don't. Reynolds been the win. Guidry disappoints. 3-5. Manchester, amazing Manchester. Manchester's been a bit of a run. J.R. Richard, I don't expect him to do well this one. But they win again. Hey, Wilhelm, 6-0 in relief. Hoyt, doing the business, much to my shock and surprise. St. Louis and San Fran, another big tangle of behemoths. St. Louis wins the Big Six, trying to get on track. 4-6 beats Dave Steve. Carlos Delgado has been moved around the league so much. 8th home run of the season. End of the doubleheader between Lehigh Beantown. Lehigh beat Beantown 5-3. This is the last chance saloon, isn't it? For Beantown to drop right to the bottom of the league. They lose again. Bruce Chen in relief beats, I think that's Don Fluke, Bobby Abreu with 2-4. I swear to God, this guy is an MVP candidate. I've got to say. Abreu is batting .357. It's midlife that told me all about that dude. And if Steve wants to win the World Series, he was thinking of trading him until I alerted him he had a superstar in his hands. Wow, I should have kept quiet. I would have traded for that sucker. This shows you in this league there are hidden gems. Here we go to the 28th, folks. T-Ville, Philly. Here we go. Can Philly arrest their slight hiccup and slide? They do. Leiter with the win. Jack Taylor, second loss in a row. Cedeno 3-4, so Philly just keeping their heads above water here with Crystal Lake Chicos, Degens all on their case. Long Island, Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake lose. Philly happy with that one. Long Island at 10 back. They're not completely out of it. Florence Hadley Lake, Will 2 playing for pride already. Now that's Cy Young. 2-5. Lopat 1-7. Rogel 3-4. 3-4. Chico's Cleveland. Chicos are doing well. Cleveland look like they're out of it. Chico's still in it. And Walter Johnson 8-6. Matt Ortiz 3rd home run. So Chico's keeping pace here with the Degens, Crystal Lake and Philly. This is turning into an interesting race. Lehigh Beantown. Lehigh trying to bury Beantown. They win again. Bruce Chen again in relief. Byrne 1-2. Lehigh keeping pace with T-Ville. Lancaster Hagerstown. This is all getting tight and congested like a concertina. Hagerstown looking to get back into the race. Lancaster trying to keep Manchester in sight. And they do. Russ Ford with the win, 7-2. Darryl Carr with the loss. The Mickey Mantle, 10 home runs. The Mick, 10th home run of the season. Now, can Manchester's luck hold? I feel like throwing the dice one more time. This time we will lose. It's Falkenberg. And they do lose. I had a feeling. Early win, 3-7. Falkenberg takes the loss. Sherm Lollard, 2 for 4. As we come down to the last 2 days of the month, I don't think Brady will mind. Give him a bit of a rest. Here we go, guys. There's quite a few of you in the chat, to my surprise. Have hung in there with me as I came back for more. Crystal Lake T-ville. Can T-ville keep those pesky Lehigh lizards away? Here we go. Crystal Lake climb back into the race. They're just a couple behind Philly. Watch out for the killers. Cleveland DJs, Mike, trying to keep in with the pack. It's like a marathon, this is, where the pack, the guys, the pace setters, trying to keep away from the pack. The peloton. And Cleveland with a good win for Todd. Jackson with a win. Grant Balfour blows it in relief. Hornsby with his 6th home run beginning to heat up. Philly Lehigh, this is where, again, Philly think they're blowing it. The pride of the Global League. These two teams here, Lehigh and T-ville, the 2 best records in the whole league. And Philly put a beat down on Lehigh. Vida Blue 8-2 Red Faber. This could be where the playoffs matchup is going to be interesting. Philly 13, Lehigh 7, but let's say this division is not settled by a long shot. Long Island versus Beantown as we come towards the end of the month. Beantown get a much-needed win. Willie McGee, 4 for 4. We saw him earlier tonight. Hit 2 home runs. Chicago, Hagerstown. Chicago, behind Dean, wins. Hagerstown, nothing. What has happened to the magic of David? We will wait and see for David next year. He's playing for it. Sounds like a lottery pick. St. Pete, that's Joe Murray against Dwayne. Dwayne winning record. Here we go. Washington. No, not Dwayne. Jamie. 1-0. The Mad Hungarian with the loss. Krause with the victory. Big game. Lancaster, St. Louis. There's some big games coming up, guys. Lancaster with a good win. Kershaw takes the loss. Kravitz with his 5th home run of the season. Here's Jeff's Edmonton still in the race. Nicely in the race, I should say. They win 10-7. Noodles on 9-4. Kurt Schilling needs to be out of this league, fellas. 0-10. Ouch. Hidalgo 3-4. So this is shaping up quite nice. Now Manchester meets its nemesis, San Francisco. Last season, San Francisco won 105 games in the division. Manchester won 104. They played each other in the playoffs, and San Fran bounced Manchester 4-2. Yet that was one of Manchester's best ever seasons. Nooch went on to win the World Series. Grudge match. Manchester wins again. So they've only dropped 1 of 10, I think. Collins with a 6-1 record. Suter 0-4. Wright 3 for 5. Vegas, who have thrown in the towel. This is the worst I've seen Vegas. They've been consistent all the way through, but it always catches you eventually. Most of us have had a losing season now. Apart from probably Big Clue, who just can't win the big one. But we're all praying for you, Clue. Except in Manchester. Here we go. Florence, Vegas. Well, I actually mean that. Actually, he deserves to win. Florence 2, Vegas 6. So we go to the penultimate day of this month, fellas. I've taken it to the end, and you've all stayed with me. I really appreciate it. St. Pete, Washington. Here we go. Jamie still in the race. 4.5 game back of St. Pete. Jamie's Washington wins. Cy Morgan with the win. Hebner, 8th home run. Isringhausen with a loss. Another big matchup. Lancaster, South. All the matchups are coming now. Big game between Lancaster and St. Louis. Lancaster wins again. Carpenter with a no-hitter, folks. And McKinney takes the loss. So Clue's 2 big 2 pitchers have been struggling a little bit. 6-7. Wow. Edmonton, amazing. Edmonton have been, look at that, close behind San Francisco. It's amazing looks to be out of it. We're very disappointing from where they were last season. But they win. Kane has been their leading light. He wins 5-4. Deacon Philippe lost. Donny Ball game 3-4. Here we go again, the merry-go-round in the Moneyball division, and now they're up against a big boy. Can T-ville take Crystal Lake? Can Crystal Lake come into T-ville? It's like two boxers into the game, with T-ville being a really slick boxer against the upstart Crystal Lake. Here we go. T-ville wins. They dance away with Addy Joss, 6-3. Nolan Ryan takes the loss. Sam Crawford, 12th home run of the season. As T-ville trying to put the foot on the gas to shake Lehigh. Chico's still in it, only 5 games back. Here we go. Will Toole hopefully do a broadcast scene, Will? Roll some good ones for Manchester. Here we go. 4-0. Spoiler alert. Roughing with the win. Kluszewski. I knew it'd come through. 3rd home run of the season. Bit late, but there we are. Seaver 5-6. Here we go. Mike rolling some dice here. Still in it, Mike. Still in it. Todd is a bit of a spoiler, though. Cleveland coming to D-Gens, and they lose as the D-Gens behind Tommy John get the win. Moreno with a home run and Walsh with a loss. Big game, another big game. They're coming thick and fast now, folks. Philadelphia midlife crisis comes into Lehigh. The big sluggers from the Moneyball division who love to put up runs. Here we go. And Lehigh edge a win. Mordecai Brown takes on Hood, who had lost it in relief, it looks like. Ryan Howard, 6th home run of the season. So Crystal Lake lost, so Philly could breathe a sigh of relief. Let's see if anyone's charging down the line. Watch out for the D-Gens. Long Island, the team without an owner at the moment. Only 10.5 back. You never know. Mark, really, I don't know what's happening with Mark's team, but they're not out of it. You can't be out of it in May with a 10 games back. They can still come back. But they're not today. As Caldwell wins, Garcia takes the loss. Harry Steinfeld, 3-4. Good player he is. Chicago, Hagerstown. Chicago's David praying for a victory here. And now Hagerstown has dropped back a little bit here in the rain delay. They went 6-2. Franklin Jenkins over Seacott. And now we come to the big boys again. San Francisco chasing down St. Louis. Manchester trying to stay away from the pesky Lancaster team. They win again! Oh my God, what a run. DeGrom 6-2. Wood with the this is like last year with San Francisco. This time it's less Lancaster. Boyer with his 3rd home run of the season. The Manchester offense is probably coming alive. No, not yet. Yes, it is. There it is. 3rd in the league. They weren't that way at the beginning. I'm a little surprised. Here, Florence and Vegas has come to the last day, last game of the last penultimate game. 5-4 the Chief over Jose Rio, who's been outstanding. Sosa was safe. So, folks, last game of the month. I've taken it all the way as we get a update. The Dodgers to my disgust. Although I do like the Dodgers. The Mets have gone down to the Dodgers. The Dodgers win the pennant. The Dodgers win the pennant. And that means they will face up the big bad New York Yankees. I think Jeff will be happy. Here we go. Last game of the month, folks. Who knew MB would finish it off today? St. Pete, Washington. Wow, big shellacking here as Washington take down St. Pete. Waddell 5-4, split off 1-4. Carlton Fisk 1 home run. 1st home run of the season. Washington not out of it by a long shot. They're still in this series. Lancaster going to St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis, do me a favor. They don't. Swift 5-3. Kevin Brown 3-5. LeMahieu 3-5. Crystal Lake T-ville, another big matchup. I'm going to start looking for these games now. 5-0. T-ville go down to Crystal Lake, and Crystal Lake Killers are closing in on Philly. Philly Lehigh. Lehigh wins behind, I think it's Southern Sam Jones 3-0. How they lost? McCovey, 4th home run. It's close, folks. This is the last day of May. I've gone early. Chicago, Hagerstown give Bernie a bit of a break. It's 2-3. Hagerstown beats Chicago. Bobby Mercer, 9th home run of the season. Edmonton, amazing. Edmonton have been on an amazing run themselves. And they win again. Messina, 2-3. Frost, 1-6. Manchester still trying to hold out against the charging Lancaster team. They're up against their nemesis San Fran. They win again! Richard, 5 this race is turning into something special. Manchester 4-1, I can't get my words out. Richard 5-3. Did Melot score a run? I've got to see if Melot did anything. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about, Melot. Getting excited now. St. Pete, Washington. St. Pete 5, Washington 4. Cueto 3-3. Isringhausen gets the save. Marshall with the loss. Here we go. Lancaster Center, big matchup. Night Raven, the scientist, against Big Clue, the big sexy. Here we go. 5-0 as the Big Six takes down Whitey Ford. That's a great Whitey Ford season. And this is a great Matheson season. So a quick look at that box score. Just to see what the Big Sexy did. Yeah, Clue. So here we go. Trout, 2 for 5. Bagwell, 2 for 4, but did the damage. Russ Ford, the ace, takes the loss. Wills Hadley Lake against the Chicos. Walter Johnson has been on a tear in May. But he takes the loss. Hickman 3 for 5 and Hauser gets the win for Hadley Lake. D-Gens trying to stay in the race. They're 5 back. Cleveland 14.5 back. Playing spoiler as usual. The D-Gens win. Lon Warnicky 5-3. Doc White takes the loss. Parkoff hits a 6 home run for Cleveland in a loss. And finalmente, almost, Long Island versus Beantown. What has happened to Mark's team? Ooh, 22-4. Jack Feaster beats Luke. Teixeira, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs. And then we come down to the last game of May, folks. Florence, Vegas. Vegas wins 3-2. Bob Lemon over Lee. Sandberg 1 for 4. And we now have a position where we come into the end of the month. Unbelievable. I didn't think I'd be able to do that with so much stamina. But I'm a horse. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. So, at the end of May, apologies for getting it done, but what the hell? Why wait till Monday, eh? Or Tuesday? Let's crack on. Now we're ahead of schedule. Philadelphia, 27-19. That gives you a chance to now play around with your files. So Philadelphia leading the Sandlot division just for 2.5 games. The D-Gens have crept up, as have Chicos. Beantown are not out of it. I'm sure they can come back. They're only 11 games back. And that's nothing in end of May. Lehigh have taken the lead over T-ville. They've battered and worn down Carlos. They've put their foot on Carlos and stomped on him. Carlos, a long way to catch that bandit. I agree. It's getting fruity, boys. Rain delay division, it's been a hell of a run by Manchester. God knows what they did in the month, but they definitely came through. I'm impressed. But Lancaster's still there. Seems like Hagerstown have been burned off a bit, so St. Pete. But Washington and Lancaster still there. That Lancaster team is pretty adhesive. Lehigh, like I said, above Long Island still remains a interesting team. Is Vegas really out of it? You never can tell with Bernie. He likes to play possum. And in the Nationals division, this is a division that I find very intriguing. St. Louis, which is Big Clue, perennial winners, 29-22, but there's the defending champion, San Francisco, right there behind him. And Edmonton, I think Jeff will be very happy with these dice rolls tonight. He's got a couple of injuries he's carrying, but he is just tucked in there. Even Chicago's not out of it. So, folks, that has been it for me. I don't know where I got the energy from, because I was knackered about 3 hours ago. For anyone out there, please do your best to catch Steve. So a quick look at the All-Stars. At the moment, Mordecai Brown, Roy Campanella from Lehigh. In fact, he's got 4 representatives. Hanley Ramirez, Bobby Abreu, that's it. I keep getting it. Look at that. 343. God damn. Not hit the lefties yet. But wow, this guy is lights out. Miguel Cabrera is finally having a great season, it looks like. So that's good. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Charlie Gerringer, the mechanical man, is doing pretty well for the Express. Hagerstown still getting the tune out of Eddie Matthews. No Manchester players, really? Oh. Manager so far, Steve Tate. I looked down the list, any surprises in here? No, the same kind of guy. Rodriguez, that's Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge, having a good season. Medwick, who everyone's been coveting, having a good season, just as expected. In fact, a little better. 13 home runs. DiMaggio, having a good season. Quick look at Mellott, though, just for my own. Yeah, wow, look at that. That's what I said to someone, I think it was Bernie. He walks a lot. And to me, that's as good as home runs in terms of the run production side of things. So I am very happy that we got an injury to Rudy York. Right, folks, that is it from me. I just want to thank you to everybody for staying up. So, Steve, it's all done. So thank you, Steve. I don't know if you're on holiday or going away somewhere, but good luck if you are, and safe journey. So thank you to Steve Tate. I did it all, Steve, tonight. Thank you to Midlife Crisis. Guys, put a little like there as well. Let's get us up the algorithm so other people can join this league. Carlos, thank you very much for the commentary, Midlife Crisis, like I said. We saw David in here earlier on. Thanks for keeping me company, guys. It does mean a lot. You know, while I try and readjust back to normal life, which is taking a long time. But there's quite a lot of you in here tonight, 6 or 7 people at a time. So any lurkers out there, you know, if you're not part of this league, please do inquire. You can get it on Steve Tate's Statistics with Steve Tate site. It's also broadcast on Bernie Strom's site, Bernard Strom, I think he's called. And a few other sites as well, but you can get us here.